Hello and welcome. I am the Suit&Tie Dip&ChewGuy, and this is the number 2 entry into series number 5, which is Snuff. And the number 2 entry is from the American Snuff Company of Memphis, Tennessee, and it is their Grizzly product, Grizzly Snuff. So let's take a look at the packaging. It is an all-metal lid with thin raised band. The only other thing that's raised is the word Grizzly. It's a good looking can lid. It's not quite what the Copenhagen Snuff is, though. I mean, if you remember from yesterday, that's the Copenhagen. The Copenhagen product looks like whoever the design team was trying to make a stylized can the way they used to be 100 years ago. That's what they were shooting for with the Copenhagen can. The Grizzly can looks like the marketing design team was just trying to emulate the Copenhagen can. They weren't trying, what I mean by that is they weren't trying to go for the look of an original. They were trying to go for the look of the people that were going for the look of the original, if that makes any sense. Anyway, that's just my own personal opinion. Going around to the side band, you have branding. The side banding is a very dark burgundy fading to black towards the upper. American Snuff Company branding. More branding. Barcode. And right there is the website. It is mygrizzly.com and manufacturer's information. As I said, this is a product of the American Snuff Company of Memphis, Tennessee, and it is, I had to look because I forgot before, 90% domestic tobacco. All right, that's 90% compared to the Copenhagen product, which is 100%. With stuff like this, I believe they are still using older processing methods, I believe. All right, so the domestic content is sort of important. When you come down to the older way of doing things in a natural, the domestic is important because it's coming out of what is known as the Black Patch, which is an area of land in western Tennessee and Kentucky. All right. Anyway, the back has coupons and more at mygrizzly.com. Above that is the date code. The last letter and number is H8. That is made on August 2018, and Grizzly products are, according to the company, good out through the 5-month mark, so we're well within. Up top is the cut and the brand, and you have the warning label down bottom. I have noticed, and this came up, Mr. Gravel brought up what the rules are for the warning labels. And I answered back in the last video to him that I knew it was 33% of the facing. And I wasn't quite sure about the band, but I'm sure it was somehow regulated. Now that I'm looking at this, I never really thought about it before, but since Grizzly has stickers on the back of their product, or American Snuff Company has stickers on the back of their products, they do not have warning labels on the side band. So one or the other must be good enough. Anyway, I'm going to crack this. And we will get it open. Wow, that is really in there. I am not reading any more insides of can lids. Okay, it smells pretty good. I mean, very comparable smell-wise to the Copenhagen, a very earthy, woody smell. I'm not detecting the hint of as much salt. The product itself is packed in there pretty good. It is a little bit more of a tinge of a brown, but it's about that dark. All right. Now, I'm going to try something new. I'm going to stand up and try to give you a cut shot, because this is how I'm going to have to start doing things when I do the dry snuff reviews, because I'm going to be dealing with some very small cans. So I'm going to try to do this right now like this. So, as expected, it is a fine cut. I am going to see if I can pack it down a little bit. Now, you usually don't see me pack, but yeah, that didn't really. Of course, my wrist is a little bit messed up, but okay. Back in a minute. And I am back. Okay, I like it. I like it. American Snuff Company did a good job with this. The flavor is along the lines of the Copenhagen product. It is a classic snuff flavor. The smell off the can of this, I actually prefer a little bit more. The smell, and obviously it translates over to the taste, is not as salty. And they have something going on in the background that it's very reminiscent of what was done in that Cougar product that I did in the Long Cut Natural series. But in this case, unlike the Cougar product, it has not been done over the top, out of control. It's very reserved, but there is something there that sort of ties the two together. This is one of the moister Grizzly products I think I have ever seen. So the moisture level is pretty good. And it's also packed in there still. Usually the Grizzly products are really packed in. Let me get this light down a little bit. But they're drier, and that's why. Because you remember, we're not just doing an ounce 0.2 on this stuff. We're doing a net weight ounce 0.2. So really, any product that has a much higher moisture level is going to have actual less visible product in it, if you get what I'm saying. Okay. It's not as moist as the Copenhagen product, but as far as a Grizzly product goes, it's pretty moist. Being inexperienced, it was about the same for me pinching. In the mouth, I'm going to leave this in after the video for a while. I did fail to mention, I did put it afterwards in the comments section of the Copenhagen Snuff review. It's tough on the gums. It's a very fine cut, and the cut is, it feels somewhat coarse. It is tough on the gums, especially when you're holding up front like I am right now. All right. Flavor-wise, they're both pretty, they're pretty close to each other. It's just the Grizzly product, the salt's been brought down a little bit. Smell off the can, though, I definitely prefer the Grizzly product. I'm not saying the Copenhagen product doesn't smell good. I like the smell of it, but the Grizzly product is preferable. Nicotine is definitely there, as it will be with all of the snuffs, I'm sure, no matter who's making them. All in all, quality packaging. All right. I think the plastic can with the snap lid, and when I say snap lid, I don't know if I can actually register. I'm talking about that little rim right there. okay, that snaps the lid down. It's just a better seal, okay? And no matter how much wax they put in fiberboard, wax can heat up, okay? Like, I had to be careful to keep this away from heaters and whatnot. So all in all, I mean, I don't do snuff a lot, but when I do, I enjoy it. Both the Copenhagen and the Grizzly products are, you know, acceptable to me anyway. Copenhagen, though, I mean, why? Now this is going to be cheaper, but like, why not go the extra $1 and get the real deal? That's the only thing, if you get what I'm saying. All right, but that said, American Snuff Company did a good job on this. They really did. Quality packaging, as I said, the product's quality. The cut's much too fine for me. I mean, I could never do this on a daily basis, but the flavor's good. Nicotine is there. All right. I'll be interested to see if it's as tough on the gums. It is a little stingy, but I'm taking that as nicotine absorption. Okay, but the cut, it can get your gums. And you know what? I've noticed myself personally that snuff really affects my lips, like the inside of my lip here. I don't know how guys do this stuff every day. I don't know how you deal with the gator lip of that, but anyway, it's a winner from Grizzly. If you see it, give it a try. What I'll be really interested in is Grizzly has the only pouched snuff product. So when I get into pouches after the new year, I'll be interested to see how that translates. But this has been the review of Grizzly Snuff. I am the Suit&Tie Dip&Chew Guy. I'd like to say hello and thank you to Lil Kid Da Savage and Small Town Dipper 1822-1985. All right, thank you guys. I hope everyone is well. Do take care of yourselves, and as always, God bless.